So, oh, no, my speaker was a little off. Okay, so welcome everyone, Tai Chi. All you really need for today's class is a chair and some space around you. If your balance is really shaky today, might be near a chair over here or a countertop or something like that to give you an emergency exit. And always keep the chair where it is behind you. This whole class is built so that anything we do is right in this range, and then if you go, whoa, I'm feeling dizzy or anything, you can just sit down and take a break and watch. You can also do the Tai Chi movements in your chair, right? Your legs kind of get in your way of, let's say, brush knee and push, for instance. So you would just have the hand a little higher and dodge your legs, that kind of thing. Um, Alrighty, let's get going. So we start both classes similarly because the foundation is the foundation is the foundation. So scoot your bottom to the front edge of the chair. Take a moment to create this underlying foundation of body upright. So usually people are spilling back, chest is kind of collapsed, the upper back is rounded, the neck is forward, and then the chin is up like this because we're trying to look straight ahead of us. So we have this slouch. So the general correction is pelvis tipping more forward, chest floating up a little bit, chin down a little bit. So I'm not sure if you can really see that, but if I exaggerate poor posture and then I correct from the pelvis, correct from the chest, correct chin down, back of neck up, now I've got a straight line and it's a more open line. It's less kinked, less stuck. So find and create your Zhongjung or your central upright. And then a very unique to Taoist practice direction, song. Song means totally soft, as melted buttery as you can be. So you're just relaxed, totally soft and released. Easier said than done, but at least some percentage or layer of tension can be released just from remembering, oh yeah, relax. So just see what percentage you can get uh, of your uh, sort of encroached tension. What amount of that can you tell to just let go? And the physiology of that, the physics of relaxing is interesting because a lot of times people think relaxation is slumping down, like, oh, relax, okay, slump, like this. But relaxation is actually plumping. So when you relax, you're actually getting rid of something that's extra, something like if you had ace bandages wrapped around your body everywhere, pulled really tightly, that constriction is one of the things that tension is doing. And so when we relax, it's like all those ace bandages loosen up, and suddenly we've got space. We've got room for the rivers to flow, for the streams and tributaries and rivers and channels to just flow. So addition by subtracting that tension, all of a sudden you've added chi flow, blood flow, nerve flow. And the more you practice, the more it's not just an idea, it's like visceral. You feel it. You feel this flush through your system. So all of that, when I say Zhongjung Song, all of that's embedded in there. So as you learn what that means, then all you have to do to yourself is say, oh yeah, body upright, soft, relax. And then what you might also feel here, these other two, this pair of ideas, Chunwan and Qingling, or soft sunken heaviness connecting you to the ground, grounding you, stabilizing you. And then Qingling is you're not stuck to the ground. There's actually the opposite of gravity, there's levity in your body. It's like you don't float away, but there's a part of you that has float ability. And that's what you see when you're seeing people practice Tai Chi who are good at it. It's like they've removed this density and tension. And so then when they move, it's like, oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks beautiful, right? That looks graceful. That has something special to it. It's unburdened. So all these next movements that we do are to help us unburden more what we are holding unconsciously, subconsciously. So let's start with the breathing. In through the nose, long, smooth, and full. As big and full as you can get, stretch yourself open, and then exhale when you're ready, out the nose or the mouth. Squeeze the breath out. Empty the breath completely. Hold it empty for a moment. And when you're ready, in through the nose. Hold that breath full. And then out through the nose or the mouth. Hold the breath empty. Let's do 4 more of those. We could do 20 minutes of breathing. Be a great idea, but in the interest of moving along, let's just do 4 more excellent full cycles of breath. If you're doing it right, each breath is different than the one before because you've opened up something extra. You've squeezed out something extra. Each time you're changing the function of your body. As a side benefit, it's brought your mind into the present. 2 more breaths, just like that. Now, our first movement, slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the back, go to the end of this range of motion. There's a finite distance to go. And then settle back to neutral, right? So we settle back to where we just were. Then go hands past your knees, hollow the chest back, spill back on the pelvis, and drop your head, rounding. That's spinal flexion. And then come back to neutral. As you're inhaling, go to spinal extension. Hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Arching, look up. And then settle back towards neutral. Slide those hands forward past your knees. Hollow the chest. Round the back. Drop the head. Exhale. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale when you're ready. Do not be in a rush. Take your time. Don't let me rush you. Don't let you rush you. It's just like when we're cleaning something, cleaning the countertop. What matters is that you wipe the stuff off, right? That you actually clean it. Doesn't matter how long it takes, or so go exactly at the pace that allows you to really get that tissue tension, that residue in the spine and the shoulders and the back, hips and the neck and head, to start to loosen it up. One more time into the arched back position, spinal extension. Settle back to neutral. Then let's go left hand, your left hand sliding forward. You'll notice this is my right hand. I'm your mirror for pretty much everything we do. So I'll say left when I'm doing my right. So Your left hand forward, your right elbow and hand back. Turn to your right. Turn your shoulders, turn your head, and then come back to neutral. So both hands are evenly on your thighs. Your spine is right in the middle. And then go right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn your shoulders to the left, turn your head to the left. Twist. Now with the breath, inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, your left hand forward, right hand back, elbow back, turn. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. And back to center. Hang the arms loose and keep that floating crown. So both sort of opposite ideas that we're letting this hanging, sinking quality go where sinking things go down, yet we're not stuck to it and being brought down. In fact, we're being unburdened by that release, and there's actually a little lift that occurs. Now, shift your weight to your right buttock and just side bend. Just kind of bow the body to the right. Float your left wrist up, loose, right? Relax. Notice I didn't swing it way out here. It just floated up like a little puppet string. And then lean a little more and even float that left foot. And then let's come back to middle. Anchor both buttocks down, the crown up, left arm dangling softly down, right wrist like it's got helium in it, floats up, right foot floats up, lean. Back to center. Shift the weight to the right buttock, leaning right, float the left side up. And then back to center. And lean. And center. And lean. And center. And lean. And center. Now, bring your feet a little closer together so they're somewhat out of the way. Tip forward from your hips, float your arms forward, backs of hands touch. Think of this like sort of like swimming, a little bit like a swimming gesture. Circle around. Neutral. So we're coming forward and floating those arms out and around. You notice I'm not lifting my hands up at all, really. I'm fang sunging, or softening into length away from the body. Now we want to keep that soft length. Let's go forward, soft and long, and lift. Open. Arms a little behind, slide. Neutral. Forward, up to about chest level, and then open. Turn those palms forward, slide. Do that one more time. Remember, a key bit here is that the arms have all of this room to move in front, but we're not cranking them behind. There's only just a little bit back here. We don't jam and impinge our shoulders, right? And down. So that's a Taoist understanding of the body. The front of the body has all that range. Let's go way up. We're still in the front. And even when we get up here and we come down, we don't crank the arms. We just slide them down a little bit behind, not too much. And then forward, way up, open, down. So it's like tracks or lubricated slides exist in the body that get stuck together, and then that makes our movement clumsy, painful, injurious, more difficult. Now reverse. Stay low. We go back and out, around and in. Neutral. Back and out, but notice not lifted. And then around and in. Back, out, round and in. neutral. Now we go to that second level, back and out and up and close. Again, find that slide, back out, up, and then all that rain down. So the playground is in front, where all the magic happens is out in front of the body. The back has to remain open. Now let's go back out, way up, way over, down. Neutral, back out and up. Oh. Last. And loose. Now scoot a little bit back on your chair, scoot your bottom back, load your right leg up, softly grab, pull it up, flex the foot. Now we extend, load, down, switch, load, extend, load, down, switch, load, extend, load, down. We're conditioning the tissue, the flesh of the body that can get so stuck and stagnant and rigid or collapsed. And we're pumping, flushing, moving. So there's unimpeded flow, unimpeded movement. Other leg, no hands, just the brain. Load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, load, push, and load, push, and down. Right leg extend, foot and ankle, point and flex. And tilt in, tilt out. And circle. Reverse circle. Switch feet, point and flex. Tilt in, tilt out, inversion, eversion. Circles, in, around, and out. Reverse. And then scoot forward. Front edge. Arms nice and loose. Fold. Float. Down. Wrap them in front. Touch the elbows together. Down. Out and up. Down. Around and touch. Down. Up. Down. Touch. And back. Down. Forward. Up. Forward. Down. Back. Down. Forward. Up. Forward. Down. Back. Down. Forward. Up. Let's do that one more time. Really important, getting this whole girdle, shoulder girdle free. Now, elbows out, left hand high, right low, cross. Wrap around your body. Elbows flare straight out to the sides, and then wrap, side, and wrap, side, and wrap, side, and down, Arms in front, turn your palms down and up. Forearm pronation, supination shows up all the time, this little adjustment. And then wrists. We go over, circle through, point forward. Now remember, we're adding this shape here. So monkey paw, right? This, as you come over with your wrist, pinky ring, middle, index, and then roll through and then open. So now you're getting all the little spaces in your carpal, metacarpal, and phalange bone joint spaces. So turn, wrist, pinky ring, middle, monkey paw, roll, extend, turn, roll, open, turn, roll, turn, reverse. So wrist, then pinky ring, middle, index, monkey paw, roll, and open. Turn, under, gather, roll, over, turn, under, gather, roll, over, turn, roll, turn, roll, turn, roll, roll. Hands face forward, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, claw, claw into a fist, open, claw into a fist, open, claw to a fist, bird beak, thumb touch, pinky, all 5 fingers touch, bend the wrist down, open, bend back, bird beak, bend down, back, beak, back, beak, back, beak, back, monkey paw, pinky ring, middle, index thumb like chopsticks, bend. So this gives us some different angles and different little nooks and crannies, and also this wave-like movement. Index, middle, ring, pinky, back. Pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, back, down, and then back. So you can get that wave-like motion. Wave, wave, sequential. And then shake. Point the fingers at each other and like little ripples on the water. See if you can speed them up. Loose, loose, loose. Right? So again, important thing here is, right, if I'm doing just this, and then just hang loose. That's your Tai Chi hand. It has to have that space there so that when we're doing different movements, the hand isn't blocking, right? It's not stuck, acting like a kink. It has to be loose to move, to allow the flow through. So the hands are really important in that way. All right. Make sure you've scooted forward on your chair. Let's go a little wider apart than hip distance. And now lift your toes. Turn toes and knees in, 1, and then lift toes and lift toes and turn toes and knees out, 2, and then back to in, and turn out, and turn in, and turn out. So we're getting the rotators in the hips. And we're doing our seated joint mobilization, but a sort of abbreviated version. We're skipping some of them. Let's go ahead, lift your heels. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in, because I want to get us up a little sooner and work on a few standing exercise sets. And we're back to neutral. Hang your arms nice and loose. Before we stand up, just fold, hang the arms loose, sit up, tip back, vertical. Do that twice more. Just fold from the hips, back to vertical. Let the arms be super duper loose. 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 Now, to stand up, remember the primary direction, down, chung one. So we slide the feet back. Make sure you keep your body upright. Stay relaxed. Let heaviness be down, and it stays down. It's under the chair now. But as we fold and go forward, that heaviness just transfers to the being under the feet, but we don't grab it and bring it up with us. Make sure you leave that heaviness where it belongs. And then just be Ching Ling, light and nimble. Hip hinge, the weight is still under the feet. That's where we're stable. We fold the foldable body and then transfer the buttocks to the chair, and that's how we're plugged into the earth. And then fold, and we are plugged in through our feet all the way up. And then fold, and we're plugged in down through the chair. One more time. Rising up. And then just remember your Taoist squat, your Tai Chi squat, where we don't sit in the chair. We try and fold our foldable parts. Let the back round a little bit and open. Let your arms hang, and then just pushing through the earth. Let the body stack, 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 stack back up. And then remember this one, where you push the hips forward, and then the hips come to the middle, and then hips back a little and sink. Rise, and just try to get freedom of movement through there. Smooth, right? So you go slow enough to be smooth. So you're not creating a bunch of out of control ripples. Everything is smooth. Now we're standing. Let's put that together with that quintessential Qigong movement known as Sink Chi Wash Organ. So first thing you do is you rock to your toes a little bit, float your hands a little forward. Then rock to the heels a little bit, arms and hands swing back. Rock to your toes, float those fingertips forward. Heel, swing back. So this is putting into practice and challenging that protocol. Zhong zheng, body upright, doesn't mean perpendicular to the floor. It means upright and through in relationship to itself. So you could be tipped forward a little and back a little, yet the body still has uprightness. We're also challenged to not start grabbing and holding and tightening, right? As soon as we start playing around with our equilibrium and balance, the body wants to hold. But we get a chance to practice stay soft. We're also feeling the stability come below the feet, and we're just connected down through the toes. And then here we're connected down through the heels. And the body is Qingling, light and nimble. Now rock back to your heels and stay there. So this is the Sink Chi Wash Organ. So we open, Fang Song out to the side and lift, right? It's very similar to what we work on in the chair. Then rock to your toes, and you're going to sweep your arms around and out in front, like a sort of gentle gathering gesture. Then rock to the heels and bring in, as if in the mouth, past the mouth, and then settle to the middle of your feet, your hands settle to that belly level. And then as the hips go back, the elbows come a little forward. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I went from this to this. My back is open, the front a little hollow. Not by tightening it. That's important. I'm not jamming myself. I'm hollowing in front, opening the back, and then sit the buttocks and release the arms all the way down as you sit for that Tai Chi squat. After you've done the Tai Chi squat, you've finished releasing those arms, just push through the earth and come up loose. So we're back to where we started, but ideally we've peeled a layer of something off. We've flushed a blocked channel or two. And we do it again. Rock to your heels, open, Fang Sung, the fingers out and up. Then rock to your toes, sweep around, palms face up. Rock to the heels, this bringing in as if in the mouth, past the mouth to the central channel, and then settle to the middle of your feet, your hands settle to the belly, and then here's that hollowing thing where the hips start going back, the front of the body hollows, the elbows kind of come forward a little, and then you sit the tail, release the arms, let the back round, let the whole body open in the back, closing in the front, and then push through the earth back to standing. Again, 3 more. Rock back, open and lift, natural inhale. Rock forward, sweep around, natural exhale. This next one, both of them are one move. Rock back, bringing in and down. That's an inhale. And then this is an exhale. Hips back, hollow front, release, hang and dangle the arms. Exhale. Inhale as you come all the way back up to stand. Exhale, soften any tension back to the earth. Rock back, inhale, open and lift. Exhale, sweep around, palms face up. Inhale, bringing in and down. Then hollow the front, sit the tail, release the arms. Exhale, all the way. Inhale as you stand. Exhale, release. Rock back, open, lift. And really don't worry about the breath. That's just an idea for you to work with. But if that's complicating, just try to get the coordinates, the coordination, the different stages of the movement. And standing. Now, wing, roll, fold. A Qigong set has many moments where you do an exercise or multiple exercises, and then you pause for a moment and remind the Qi where its nest is, where its home is. Cross and down. Now, from this middle, change all the way to your right leg. Lean the body softly right. Float your left wrist up. Reach your right arm like you're trying to touch the floor. And then change all of that. So the empty leg becomes the full leg. The high hand reaches down. The low hand floats up. The other foot is now empty, organized around the middle. And then change again. Sinking down through your right leg as right arm softens, long down, left foot empties. Change again. As you improve with this and other exercises, they appear like less where more internal change is happening. Where in the beginning, we're sort of stuck and we might be going like this, and you can really see that, but there's not a lot of change. Whereas as you improve, right, this is empty, all my vertebrae have changed a little bit, all that tissue has changed, and then change, and change. So feel the internal pathways, internal mechanisms as where we want this change to be occurring. Now, pause, everybody with your left hand high, your right hand low. Left and right wheel. So extend your left arm forward, right? forward towards the camera as your right hand goes back a little. Now bring your left hand down as your right hand comes up like you're going to tickle your own armpit. And then we're going to switch, right? So the high hand goes forward, the low hand comes back. The high hand goes down while the low hand comes up like you're going to tickle your own armpit right underneath there. And then we change again. So it's forward and back, down and up, forward and back, down and up. So now if I just face forward, hopefully you can kind of track what's going on. So every time I'm going down with an arm, I'm sinking the weight into that leg. So the weight's here as this arm goes down, and then down. Octopus tentacles. Loose, relax. Remember what I was saying about the hands needing to be soft. The elbows and forearms and shoulders need to be soft so that you're not blocking your own movement. Couple more. You're just basically walking in place, wheeling. Now, the next time you got your right arm up and it's extended, pause. Bring the right hand back, tickle your armpit. Bring your left hand forward but not up. Then go down and up. Back, tickle the armpit. Forward but not up. And then down and up. Back and forward. Down and up. Back and forward. Down and up. So sort of robotic to start. Back and forward. Down and up. Back, forward. Down and up. And you can start flowing if it starts to open up for you, where it's just wheel. And you just go into the leg of the arm on its way down. So down, down. So that's called left-right wheel. This is all part of a family of movements. Now, left hand high, bring it back close to your body, flat palm, and you're going to press. It's called pressing palm. As you press, this hand loose as can be floats up. Now they switch jobs. Bottom hand relaxes, top hand flattens, and then we go press and rise. And then they switch jobs again. Top hand flattens, bottom hand releases, press, rise. Flatten top, release bottom, and press, rise. Flatten top, release bottom. Go into the leg of the downward pressing hand and the downward pressing hand. And you'll notice I'm staying close to my body for this one, right next to it. Right next to it. Press. 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 Now, the last one in this family, the falling leaf. Top hand, roll it over. Back of hand faces the floor. Bottom hand, roll it in. Back of hand faces in. And then the backs of hands pass by each other. Okay, so now we switch. So it's back of top hand rolls down, bottom hand rolls in, and then pass on by. And then top hand, back of hand rolls over, faces down, bottom hand rolls in, pass on by. And then they switch and pass on by. It's called left-right falling leaf. And for this one, just let your wrists and hands be heavy, plump, soft as can be. So they're not stiff and in the way, they're melted, saw, 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 saw. And then lastly, down, and we close. Wing roll, fold, settle. Palms face the belly. So this little moment of pause, tell all that chi to go back to its nest. That'll help us also move from our middle better. Cross, down, release. Now bring your fingertips together, upper level. Here's your diaphragm and head. This general section is one section. Then below that to about the navel area is another section. And then below that is another section, the three basin or the three sections. So the first one, opening and closing the upper basin, hands up together here. Open. Big, 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 big as you can get, long all the way to the tips of the fingers, and then turn your palms slightly up and bring them on back together all the way. And then turn the palms slightly down and open, way out, way out. This would naturally go inhale, right? And then turn those palms slightly up and natural exhale all the way in. We add one little bit to this, a little tricky. When you open, you go into your right leg, as I'll go into my right leg, and there's a reason for this. Don't worry about it. But open and go to your right leg. Turn those palms. Close, go to your left leg. And so for this next little three movement set, you're opening and going to the right leg and closing going to your left leg. And remember, going to the leg really means down. So it's down the leg and then down the leg. So yes, there's some left and right movement, but it's not some huge sideways thing. It's just go down your right leg. So your left leg is open. And then go down your left leg so your right leg is open. Let's do that three more times. Make sure your hands get all the way together, Sullivan. All the way. Right? So finish. Right? Again, we wouldn't want to stop here. We want to go all the way. So there ain't no more. And then all the way. Together. All the way. And well, let's change to the middle basin. Bring the hands below the diaphragm and just like on a horizontal line. Out. Turn the palms slightly up and in. And turn the palm slightly down. Out. Palm slightly up. In. Palm slightly down. Out. Remember to go to your right leg when you open, your left leg when you close. Karen, do the opposite of what you're doing. Go to your right leg when you open, your right. So it's difficult because obviously you get caught up in what my body is doing. But it's actually a really great training to be able to see the opposites, especially if you ever want to learn more complex Tai Chi online or even in person. You have to be able to sometimes see lefts and rights. So this is a good training. Go to your right leg when you open, and then your left leg when you close. Two more. And then that lower basin, drop the hands right in front of the groin area, go to your right leg, open. Notice, don't bring the hands up, just go out. And then in. In. Open and naturally inhale. Close. Very important points on these exercises are the skippable points where we're going out, 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 and then often people are already on their way back in instead of actually finishing before then turning it around and coming in. And same thing here. Don't already be on your way out before you finish. So sort of a mindfulness piece to that to really finish. Finish. Let's do one more. Now on the foundation of this, go to your left leg, stay in your left leg, listen close. Bring your right hand across over the top. Now, internally rotate both arms, like so. Now, notice when you do that, that induces hollowing. Hollowing in front. Now, lift. Now, go into your right leg, so that'll be that way. Go into your right leg, opening heaven. Stay in your right leg, slide down. Then go to your left leg, closing earth. Right arm on the outside again. Internally rotate, lift. Then go to your right leg, opening heaven, natural inhale. The exhale begins as we go down. The exhale continues as we go to the left leg and cross. The inhale begins and continues. The exhale begins and continues. Otherwise, don't worry about the breath, just get the movement. And again, if the shoulder's bothered by it, as I'm seeing for you, Karen, just stay in the comfort zone, right? It could be here, but you're getting this circle, you're getting this closing, opening, right? Or you can just take a break also. But the full gesture is opening heaven, closing earth. Two more. Now, opening earth. Go to your right leg as I go to my right leg. Go to your right leg. Open, lift. And then flatten palms towards the ground. Just turn palms down. And then go to your left leg, closing heaven, seal, fingertips come together, and then dive down in front. Go to your right leg, open and lift. Go to your left leg, close, fold the hands, close, dive down. Go to your right leg, open, unfold, lift. And then go to your left leg, close, fold, down. Open, unfold, lift. So hopefully you can see some of the simpler chair-based movements that we've done are prerequisites. They're the ABCs of some more slightly complicated gestures, whole body gestures that you find in Qigong and Tai Chi. Two more. And down. Closing. Wing roll fold. Settle to the belly. Cross and down. Put all your weight in your right leg. Turn your left toes out a little bit. Shift into your left leg. Put your right foot just slightly in front. Note that you can go down through your front leg, and that moves you a little forward. Down through your back leg, that moves you a little back. Okay? Now, remember our shoulder blade range of motion. We didn't do it in the chair because we're going to do it here. Go into your front leg, protract, lift. Then go into your back leg, retract, slide down. hang everything neutral as you shift into your front leg, protract, lift. Go into your back leg, retract, slide down, neutral. Go into your front leg, protract, lift. Go into your back leg, retract, down, neutral. Front leg, protract, lift. Back leg, retract, down. Front leg, protract, lift. Back leg, retract, down. Then forward, pause, and then we reverse. Go into your back leg, retract, lift. Go into your front leg, slide those shoulders over top and slide them down, neutral. Back leg, retract, lift. Front leg, protract, slide them over, slide them down. Back, lift. Forward, down. Back and lift, down. And as you liberate all the little tight spots, eventually these movements feel just like water. It's like you are the ocean, just flowing, settling and surging over top, and then sliding and returning. Let's go ahead and switch. So you bring your right foot back, left foot in front, go back to the first exercise. Forward and up, back and down. So the best way to think of how to get better at Tai Chi and Qigong, first be the robot of getting coordinates. 1, 2, shift back, 3, 4. Try to time those all together. Neutral, forward, then up. First, you got to hit those connect the dot points. And then as you feel the underlying liquid system, you just start to flow with it. Reverse, back, up, forward, down, neutral, back and lift, and forward, down. Someday be the ocean. Remember that is something, it's like a level in the video game. You got to earn it, right? If you try to do it too soon, you haven't, broken up all the junk in there. So little by little, but it's just nice to know that the end result is this sort of effortless, fluid quality. But it does require pretty regular practice. 2 more. Back, up, forward. And step your feet parallel, close, settle, cross, down. Now some shuai shou, or throwing arms. Put all your weight down your right leg. Float your right arm forward, your left arm back. So your left foot is empty. So now you drop that weight down through your left leg, throw. And then throw, throw, throw. And by throw, please don't throw super hard and viciously. Just a little drop throw. Let this induce movement, right? And remember, we do this one while sitting in the chair, and that does some benefit. But you see, when you add standing, suddenly you can get the leg bit And you can also really start to find your middle pivot because it turns in the hips and legs as well. And then just relax. Just settle loose. Take your left hand, sweep around and palm on the right front hip, and then your right arm around the back of the hand hits the opposite side hip, and then switch, switch, switch. So this one can be, it starts off again small, but as you loosen, you start to be able to propel it. And then also notice what I'm doing with my feet. So I'm now turning the leg bone in the hip socket, turning the pelvis, turning the body, and then turning, turn, turn. Over time, you get comfortable enough to kind of swivel your feet a little wider. So you might notice now I'm in a wider stance and I'm sort of in a lunge, lunge. And I'm wringing out hips, low back, middle back, upper back, shoulders. This might be the most practiced Qigong exercise. Ringing the temple bell. Now, make sure your feet are about hip distance. Now, don't swivel. Anchor the feet and try to get a pretty substantial turn and wrap and feel all those rotating parts be induced to movement. Ringing the temple bell. And then settle, loose, relaxed. Flap, wrap, slap. Turn your palms forward. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Chest has to kind of puff a little bit. And then one arm above the other, wrap, slap. Flap, other arm above the other, wrap, slap. So again, just based on, you could just kind of do really gentle like this, right? Or if things start to open, you can really smack. So anything inside there, the flap, wrap, slap, and then just settle nice and loose. Shogun. Closing gesture. And cross. Then we'll do just a little bit with the hips. So hips, forward, forward, middle, back. So we know this one from our standing exercise, where the weight should stay under the feet. Regardless of how we do this movement, we should keep this equilibrium. Okay, now from the middle, hips this way to your left, upper body slightly to the right. And then hips, hips. So what I often see, and I am seeing out there with some of you, is this. You're bending the top instead of pushing out the bottom and letting this bend be secondary. And then push the bottom, or the middle really, bottom. Okay. Now go to your right side and bring your hips forward and around. And over to your left side and push the butt back and around. And then hips forward and around. And then butt back and around. Forward and around. Back and around. Around. And around. And reverse. Other way. And the looser you are up top, the more natural the reaction of the body will be. And over time, the more you'll create spinal spirals that get at these places, these little nooks and crannies inside, all the way to neutral. Then, wing roll full, settle, hands to the belly. And then 3 more of these sync chi wash organs. Rock to your heels, open, lift. Rock to your toes, sweep around, palms face up. Rock to your heels, bringing in and down to the belly. And then hips back, elbows forward, hollow front, open back, sit the booty, release the arms, and then push through the earth to stand. 2 more. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around, palms face up. Rock back, bringing in the upper. Settle to the middle. Hollow the front. And then sit the buttocks and release the arms. And then push through the earth and stand. So when I say sit the buttocks, I don't mean sit in the chair. I mean sit the buttocks to go down and then back to standing. Last one. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around. Rock back, bringing in to the belly. And sitting the buttocks, releasing the arms. Wing roll full. Settle, hands to belly. Seal the practice. 1, 2. And then this little hand position. All right, thank you, everybody. Great job today. Some newish stuff, or it might be new to you, or just haven't done it in a little while. Let me know if there are questions or thoughts about it. Have to unmute.
Thank you, Otto.
All right, thank you, Renee. Good to see you or hear you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right, what do we got? Anything?
Thanks a lot.
Cool. Good to see you, Sue.
You too.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Some of those moves were pretty tricky today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a taste of qigong and tai chi movements. Like they're weird, but in their weirdness is their value because the body's built to do it. You can tell, or at least maybe at some point you can tell when you do some of this stuff, it's not like you're injuring yourself unless you're doing it somewhat wrong or too much or whatever. But
Oh, it felt good to get that upper body movement in.
yeah. Yeah, that swinging stuff is key. I think for the Parkinson's community, big time, but really for any aging human, it's all of us.
Yeah.
But that stuck quality, if you can just get some juice flow,
It was good. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
All right,
Otto.
Mark.
Good class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank
Mark.
you.
Thank Donna, Lana, everyone else. Goodbye. Have a great weekend.